Hi, my name is Aparajita. I am a certified Iyengar Yoga teacher living in Dubai. So the topic of today's video is Invocation to Patanjali. If you've attended any Iyengar Yoga class, you've probably noticed that the teacher begins with an invocation to Patanjali. If you're new, you might be wondering, what's the invocation about? In this video, we are going to discuss why we chant it, the meaning of the chant, and finally, how to chant it. The meaning of the chant. For this, I will read from Gita Iyengar's comments and translations. Yogena chitasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidakena yopa karotam pravaram muninam patanjalim prana jalirana tosmi. The invocation we chant first is as follows. To the noblest of sages Patanjali, who gave us yoga for serenity of mind, grammar for purity of speech, and medicine for the perfection of the body, I salute. Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakra Sidharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. The second part describes the statue of Patanjali. I salute before Patanjali, whose upper body has a human form, whose arms hold a conch and disc and a sword, who is crowned by a 1,000-headed cobra. O incarnation of Adishesha, my humble salutations to thee. Why we chant? By chanting the invocation, we take a moment to acknowledge and pay respect to the ancient roots of yoga. This teaching, which has been passed down through a lineage of teachers and still holds relevance till today. Gita Ji further adds, we chant so that at the very beginning, the feeling of sanctification comes from inside, with the feeling of surrendering oneself, because nothing can be learned in this world unless you have the humility to learn. So the moment you think of the Lord Patanjali at the beginning of doing a practice, you know that you're very small in front of that greatest soul. Once that is understood, then the other problems, which always arise while practicing, mainly concerned with the ego, will be affected. You know you are coming down to learn something, and you can't learn anything unless you come down. If you think you're on the top and you know everything, then you're not a learner at all. In that sense, the chanting helps. Now, let us chant. And what better way than to listen to Guruji B.K. Iyengar as he chants.
Yogena chittasya padena vacham
Yogena chittasya padena vacham
malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena
malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena
yopakarottam pravaram muninam
yopakarottam pravaram muninam
Patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi.
Patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi
Abahu purushakaram
Abahu purushakaram
Shankhachakrasidharinam
Shankhachakrasidharinam
Sahasra shirasam shvetam
Sahasra shirasam shvetam
Pranamami Patanjalim.
Pranamami Patanjalim.
Harihi Om.
Harihi Om.
I hope now you are more aware of why we do the chant, what's the meaning of the chant, and a little bit of how to chant it. If you want to get better at this, there is a link in the description where you can download the PDF, which has a little bit more about the meaning of the chant and also the words, so you can look at it and practice it. And sometimes if you really want to hear it, I've also added an audio file which you can download, And once you know how to chant it, then it just adds so much beauty and resonance in the class when there's a group full of students and we invoke Patanjali every time we sit down to practice yoga, and that definitely has a different effect. So look forward to seeing you join me in the chant for the next class.